So it's feeding and watering time for the babies. Oh, hi babies. And they're out of food and they are out of water and they is hungry. And then we got one in there playing hard to get. Ghastly. Yeah, he decided to chew a freaking hole. He's got a hole. This is like a hammock that's got like a freaking uh a, a little hideaway. But he's like, "Oh no, Daddy, I don't like that. I'm gonna chew a hole inside the material lining of it and be more hidden." Right, babies. So, I'm just gonna do a little video on how I do their food and water and whatnot. And I realized yesterday when I uploaded a video, I said the word I think probably about 50 times in a 5-minute period. So I'm trying to work on my language a little bit better. I'm still getting used to the whole filming things and recording them and talking. You're basically like you're crazy because you're talking to yourself. So I think it'll take me a little bit, but I'm going to get used to it. But the only way to get used to it is to make more videos. So whether these videos are educational or just fun for anyone, they're fun for me. This is just like a typical day, take care of my baby rats. Well, they're not my babies. They are my babies, but they're not babies. They're about half their life cycle right now. And they're ornery as crap. He's already chewing on my Jordans. My Jordan sweats. Alright, babies. Daddy's going to show everybody that might be watching how Daddy takes care of you. And these are free roam rats. A lot of people have mixed feelings about that. They say that it's unsafe because they could get hurt and there's so many different ways. But I've rat proof this room, and my rats have been raised around my dogs. So I have this baby gate there, and then when I'm going to bed and I'm not alert and awake, they actually get an additional gate that goes all the way up to keep my dogs from getting too close. My baby boy here, Absol, he does not like the dogs. He will lure them in. He acts all cute and cuddly. He lures them in with his head through the he lowers his head through the freaking holes right there. And then my one dog, they're such lovable dogs. They would never hurt these rats, but he got too close and Absol bit his nose. So, and Absol's a little of a jerkhead because he tries to lure him in, just like a freaking creep trying to lure a kid in with some candy or something. Yes, not good. But these are my baby boys. This is Absol. He's my little white albino. And then you got Ash, which he is the funniest of them all. And then, of course, we got Ghastly. Alright, so, see if I can do this and hold a camera at the same time. So, we're just going to start by removing their water feeders, their bowls, spill the water on the floor like I just did. And they're excited because they know it's food time. And I always wear shoes to get into. Never want to go in your rat room with shoes that you're wearing outside or around your house, because that is how you track something into your rat room, especially since they're free roam rats. I try to keep their room nice and tidy. This is Diamond, and this is Champion. These are my two pups. Yep, they worked hard today, as you can see. Didn't you, baby? Did you work hard, baby boy? Yes, you did. You did? Did you work so hard? Did you get that promotion? You better have, man. I'm tired of you coming home freaking all beat and all you want to do is sleep. This is Diamond. Nah, baby. Oh, let me see them belly. Let me see that belly. Oh, yeah. Alright, so let me see if I can set this up accordingly and give you guys a little educational, well, not so educational, but pretty educational video of how I take care of my ratties. Ooh, so first you want to empty your water, of course. Self-explanatory stuff. Always use water feeders, never use water bowls. The reason why you don't want to use water bowls is because the rats, they're clean animals, but they walk in their poop and pee. So, and they just like to party, like, a lot, which is crazy. Like, they'll just get into anything and everything. So, you don't want to ever have, man, this is a lot harder than I thought. You don't ever want to leave an open water source. You know, you use these, and I scrub them out real good with Dawn dish soap, you know, and then splash a little soap down in there and clean it up real good, you know. And you do this at least every other day. I do it every 2 days. Always give them clean, fresh drinking water. I prefer to use spring water. I don't use sink water. I live in a city, and the city water is no good. I don't care what they say. Don't ever drink city water, man. It's not good for you. There's all kinds of stuff in it. So, and the same thing with this feeder. This is a glass feeder. So the tip of this one is a little bit bigger. And I noticed that here recently they started liking the other water feeder I have. And I think it's because they don't have to work as hard to get the water to come out. Whereas in this one's kind of more firm. The ball doesn't move around as much. So, but I've had them both water feeders for almost over a year now. And they both still work just fine. So, which is crazy. I did not think they'd last me that long. This is one of the food bowls for them. I don't think this is designed for rats. However, if you have pet rats, you'll know that they love to dig in their food. They'll flip the food bowl over. They get their food all over the place. So this is actually one of my favorite food bowls I've ever had. I strongly recommend you get one. I can't remember what it's called, but I know it locks into place. And it prevents the food bowl from being tipped over. So always make sure you clean that food bowl out, you know, really well, because you don't want it to be all over the place. Just like we eat and stuff, you know, we don't eat off the floor, we don't eat off the table, we eat off of food and bowl. We eat off of, you know, a bowl and a plate, and a clean one too. You don't eat off a dirty plate, do you? So you don't give your rats dirty bowls. You clean them every 2 days. I mean, I've heard people doing it every day. However, my ratties, they don't consume food. I like to get them to consume everything in the bowl. But if you own pet rats and you got more than one, please watch their food levels. There was one day where something I had to go do, and I was gone for, you know, 2 days, which is bad. I never like to be longer than a day away from my baby rats, or any of my pets, really. So, but they fought over food, and one of them got injured, and he was having a seizure when I came home on break. Quick response, grabbed ibuprofen, anti-inflammatory, and a pain reliever, helped with his swelling, also helped with his pain, and saved his life. The vet said I shouldn't have done it, but I disagree. Sometimes you, the pet owner, know better than, you know, the vet. And it's no disrespect towards any vet, but, you know, sure, it's not something you would do all the time, but in a crisis situation, you will do anything to make sure that your baby's okay. And I made the judgment call. And that's just how it is. So, you know, I didn't do it to harm him. Hopefully I didn't harm him, but he's still walking around to this day, and he stopped his seizure. Within 20 minutes, he was in no longer in any kind of seizure, and all I did was I took an ibuprofen pill. I got the coating off of it because I didn't want him to get the coating in his body, and then I turned around and I took a knife, a real sharp knife, and I was shaving the pill into powder. And, you know, with the rats like that, you gotta base everything off their weight. At the time, I was just freaking out because he was seizing up on the floor, foaming out the mouth, because he was just in pain, you know, he was injured. And God only knows how long he was injured for. So, I made a choice and a call, and it worked out. So, but I don't recommend you doing that. They say that you should use children's ibuprofen or Motrin or something like that to help with their pain. And always, always, always consult your vet before you give any kind of medication or here lately I found a rat group that has about 20,000 people in it. It's on Facebook. Y'all can look it up. It's like Pet Rats and Mice, or Real Rat Lovers Want to Know. And there's a lot of people in there, and there's this one lady named Sarah, contributor or something. I don't know what her name is. I think that is her name, but she has helped me so much, and you know, she's helped me a lot. Like a lot. She's taught me so much. So, you know, that's stuff that you always want to keep an eye out for. Oh, let me run and grab their water. And the camera fell down. Oh no. That's what happens when you don't have a stand. But that'll be alright. I'm going to let you guys sit here for a second as I go get the water. I'm going to have to look at getting a stand too. This just ain't doable. Alright. So I'm back. Alright, and right here, as you guys can see, this is Nature's Spring Promise. It's just a cheap, generic version of spring water. I mean, it's got to be better than what's coming out of your sink. I don't know if it's going to focus or not. Still getting, this is a new phone, new camera. And then, of course, you know, I just pour it in. You know. I don't fill it all the way up to the rim because, you know, with these feeders, I feel like they need at least a little bit of gap differential between the water and the top, just to help it make it not so pressurized in there when they're trying to get their drinkage. So, but next I'm going to show you guys the food I feed them. And there's going to be, you know, mixed opinions, and everyone's going to think different ways. But at the end of the day, man, it's all about your personal preference and what you want to feed them. You know, you should definitely have some guidelines on what you're going to feed them. Like, I give my babies cantaloupe, strawberries, cucumbers as a treat, not as a daily food supplement. Like, just give it to them as a treat every night, you know, before bed. So, alright, stick these feeders in my pocket, water feeders. It'll make it probably a little easier on me since I got to carry a phone in one hand and their food and water in the other. That actually worked out pretty good. I've never done that before. Oh. Alright, and we're back. There is Asher's. Ooh, let Daddy in. And then, like I said, I take my shoes off before I come in to avoid any kind of contamination on the carpet surface. Go ahead and unload these from my pockets. Hi, baby. He knows it's feed time. He says, Dad, why are you taking so long? Come on. See, there they are. They know it. They're smart. They know it's feeding time. Alright, so we'll start out with the first. I'll show you guys what I use first. Let me see if I can prop this camera up a certain way. Alright, it's hard to see. Man, I gotta get me a tripod or something. This would be so much easier and more efficient if I had a tripod. Alright guys, well, sorry if the video quality or video angle isn't all up to par, but alright, so first is the Oxbow Flakes. Not sure if it's focusing, but you know, I got 3 male rats. They've been together since they were little pinkies, and a lot of people say you're not supposed to have male rats together and everything else, which is definitely, if they're new and I just got them all from different, you know, time periods, and yeah, I would never, because they don't share that chemistry. And Ash just tried to fling himself off the cage. So yeah. And then the next thing is the Cheerios. I use the Cheerios as I can't remember, I think it's whole grain or something. I got this recipe, you know, of homemade food mixture because I was buying them the bagged food. It was like, tropical carnivore mix, and it was unpractical. It was, I could barely find it. There was days where I couldn't feed them their food that they're used to eating all the time because I couldn't find it. Alright, so the next one is Tricolor Garden Rotoni, or you can buy the generic version, you know, but anytime you're buying these kind of foods, you need to stay under 10% sugar, 10% salt, which all this stuff is. And if it isn't, it's only a little bit different, not by much. Alright, Next one, Rice Krispies, not the generic kind. The generic kind does have more sugar compared to Rice Krispies from Kellogg's. So definitely stick with that if you're going to do this mixture. I'm not telling you to do it. Like, you know, they're your rats and everything. I learned this from Shadow the Rat, and she's very, very smart when it comes to rats. And she's just, I mean, she's got tons of subscribers and everything. So she's definitely rocking it. Alright, the next is banana chips, which actually we forgot to grab when we were out in the kitchen because I was too busy talking to the camera. So we're going to walk out there real quick. Oh. Alright. Hold on, babies. They're like, Daddy, what the hell are you doing, man? Ah, tampers. Oh, so we can't come out to the kitchen without seeing you. And Diamond. Diamond's very jealous. He's clingy and jealous. He doesn't like it when I pet Champion or when Champion gets any kind of attention, right? It's all about Diamond. Oh. We still got our Christmas tree up too. I mean, you go through all that time to set up a Christmas tree and all the decorations just to take it down in like 20 days? No, no sir. We're going to leave that sucker up until after January. Probably about January 5th or so, I'll take that sucker down. Alright guys, and here's the banana chips. Now the excuse me. I know the banana chips, they go above 10 grams, like as you see. Or 10%, 10 grams, yeah. I think it's gram, I'm sorry, not percentage, it was grams. So, but like I said, you'll figure it out. If you guys... Most of you people here, you probably, if you are watching my videos, it's not to get educational surf purposes. This is just to show you guys, like, what I do. Kind of like the start of, like, a vlog, I guess you could say. I'm trying to get more comfortable with the camera. And, I want to get more comfortable, you know, with a lot of things with, you know, the YouTube purposes. But honestly, I'm not doing this to, become monetized in the future. It's not something I'm looking for. This is basically me recording my memories so that one day, and when I'm older, I can look back and just be like, oh man, I was doing this, and this on this day. That's cool, you know. And sure, there's gonna be tons of data to review, but it'll give you something to do, man. A lot of people do this stuff to, you know, to make money and to get subscribers and everything. Like, if that happens, it happens. That's cool. If they find interesting, or if they find me interesting enough that they want to watch it too every day, then that's cool too, man. That's, you know, or if they want to comment and everything, I'll reach out to them, say what's up. But I'm not going to sit here and make videos where I'm claiming to be this or my life's going this good and everything else, because it's not. I'm just an average person. You know, maybe even below average, who knows? But I get so sick and tired of people just claiming that they're so, like, good and they're so rich and they're so happy, and all you see on Facebook is all these pictures of people going places and they're with these people and they're doing that. But in reality, man, it's all fake. It's all fake. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do for a living, how much money you got, who you're with, what items you own, you know, what's this and what's, like, it just doesn't, man. It all depends down on if you're happy or not. You know, we all up in the ground the same way. So you can't take it with you when you go. Hi, babies. And after I get them their food and stuff prepped, I will, it's just like a routine. They come up and they get to grab out the bowl. So as you can see here, this is the locking mechanism I was telling you about. So the bottom of this is going to go into that hole. Oh, you better not flip that food bowl, boy. And you just twist it and it locks right into place. And then the other, for this bowl, it's got one of the clamps to go on the side of the cage. And it locks the bowl in. They're probably so confused. They're like, Daddy, you never talk this much when you're in here. And then this is their little setup. It's nothing too big. I do have a sugar glider cage out on the back porch. However, it was becoming very unpractical and very hard for me to keep getting in and out of this house because I was taking the whole cage. Huh, baby. I was taking the whole cage outside once a week because you gotta clean your cage once a week. And I was scrubbing it, and it just got to the point where it was getting harder and harder to take it in and out. So I got on this cage. but they also have this entire room. And they make no effort to escape. Why? Because they know if they do, he's waiting for them. Even though he's a good boy. Yeah, he loves to sit here and watch the rats. Don't you, Diamond? He'll sit here and watch them all day. And I think he's just really curious and he wants to be friends with them or play with them. But he doesn't realize that he's too big and he might kill him. Or that they'll bite him. They will bite the hell out of him, man. He's got our tricolor Rotoni. He's running with it. He's like, oh, I'm safe in here. Gotta hide my Rotoni. He's not even gonna eat it, I bet. I bet he takes it and runs. And he's gonna go get another piece. They're so freaking funny. Yeah, that's what you're doing, ain't it? He's like, alright. Let me go steal another piece of Rotoni. After I clean myself. So. But yeah, guys, I figured I'd just take this little video and try to show people, you know, just a typical day for me and taking care of the rats with their food and water. And this is just the basics, you know. Next tomorrow I gotta do their laundry and clean their cage, so maybe I can have my significant other help me. Maybe she can hold the camera. That would be so much better. And I can show you guys, you know, the washing of the stuff and cleaning their cage and what you gotta do and everything like that. So alrighty, well, I guess that's it. Y'all have a great day, and thanks for tuning in. Say bye, boys. Say bye-bye. Close up. Close up. Oh, my gosh. Close up. Close up. Close up. Alright, where you at, Ghastly? Where you at? Close up. Wait. Close up. Yep, they're going to be busy now. Alright, guys. Bye.